Hello guys, welcome to the channel. I was just going through the two-wheeler sales report on Rushlane, and it is so much evident that the petrol two-wheelers are reeling under EV pressure. The writing is on the wall. Is it time to sell petrol two-wheeler stocks? Well, let's check out in today's video. Petrol two-wheelers have started to take a massive beating from the electric two-wheelers. Sad part is that none of them want to acknowledge it. So the beating will continue in the coming years. Most importantly, none of the ICE two-wheeler makers have a better electric scooter or motorcycle than Ather, Revolt or Ola. Meaning the established players have an inferior electric two-wheeler in comparison to newbies like Ather, Revolt or Ola. Neither do those ICE two-wheeler makers have any plan to make electric vehicles on a large scale before 2025, meaning they are already way behind, and by the time they catch up, the industry would have moved up another technological curve. Ather has been testing e-scooters since almost 10 years, while Chetak and iQube have just started, and that too because the government forced them to make EVs. So you can imagine the time they will take to catch up. If this is not a disaster, then what is? This is exactly the situation that Nokia and BlackBerry was in. They were planning new versions of button phones and refusing to introduce touchscreen phones. We have seen it happen right through history with many top companies. One more example is Kodak's refusal to move to digital cameras in spite of being the first to make a digital camera. So these are our Kodaks, Nokias and Blackberries. Stand back and watch them fall from their heights over the next 4 years till 2025. You can see a lot of red fungus cropping up all over the reports. People will say that this was because of the COVID-19 pandemic and sales were low because the industries were closed down, the markets were closed down. But this is not true. The sales in the electric vehicle sector has been booming. A company like Komaki sold around 25,000 electric scooters. And there are many scooters which are not even registered. Take a look at the numbers and you can see the writing is on the wall. Hero sold 5,05,000 instead of almost 7 lakhs in the year 2020. Honda sold 4,63,000 instead of 5 lakhs in the year 2020. TVS sold 2,43,000, a little more than 2,41,000 in the year 2020. Bajaj sold just 1,73,000 instead of 2,19,000. Suzuki sold 55,000 instead of 65,000. Enfield sold just 27,000 instead of 56,000. It's almost half the number. Hero has seen a 27% fall in sales, Honda has seen a 7% fall in sales, Bajaj has seen a 20% fall in sales, Suzuki has seen a 14% fall in sales, and the worst affected have been Enfield, who has seen 51% fall in sales. Most of these companies have a target of achieving 10 to 15 year-on-year growth, but what they achieved was fall in the sales target. These figures are very bad by any account. TVS seems to be the only one whose sales increased marginally. It is the same story with three-wheelers. There was a time when only Bajaj, Piaggio and Mahindra made auto rickshaws in India. Today there are more than 16 companies making electric three-wheelers in India. Every year they are selling more three-wheelers but end up losing more and more of their market share. This is a very strange situation to be in. This is an indication that the markets are seriously expanding. Sales for Bajaj in August 2021 stood at 11,006 units, up from 6,444 units sold in August 2020. But market share fell from 38% to 36%. Piaggio sales increased from 3,700 to 3,800 units, but market share fell from 21% to 12%. That's almost a 10% drop. On the other hand, unheard of company, YC Electric doubled its sales from 572 to 1,187. And its market share also increased from 3.38% to 3.90%. YC Electric and Atul is selling more than Mahindra and TVS. In a pandemic, we expected the billion-dollar companies to outperform the newbies. In both two-wheelers and three-wheelers, the script is the same. It reads aloud, go electric or go broke. These petrol two-wheeler stocks were excellent over the last decade. Investing in these companies paid back very lucratively over the years. But their lack of action to proactively introduce or embrace new technologies seem to show that they are going down the wrong path. Another thing that is very disturbing is the procrastination. Every company in the internal combustion engine industry say that they are ready for the EV wave, as if it is going to happen sometime in the future. If you push them a little more, they will give a date in the future and say they will launch in 1 year or 2 years from now. The crisis is already happening and unfolding in front of our eyes. They are under the wave and they don't even realize that. The wave has already hit and overrun them, and they don't even realize that. If they don't have an EV product in the market which is better than the competition, that means they are already out of the game. If the newbies have done better than you, then what are you doing? That is a worst case scenario. Nothing can be worse than that, and that is the most disturbing fact in this crisis. Every few months, these petrol two-wheeler makers are introducing more and more new models of petrol two-wheelers. They have been warned by the government to introduce flexible fuel scooters and motorcycles which can support both ethanol and petrol. But except for TVS, none of the two-wheeler makers are supporting that cause. Indian Transport Minister Mr. Nitin Gadkari ji had repeatedly requested them for many years to use flexible fuel engines.
और मैं 6 महीने के अंदर फ्लेक्स इंजन मैंडेटरी कर रहा हूँ, मेरे हाथ में है और मैंने प्रेम से भी कहा और डंडा भी लगाऊंगा.
But in the year 2022, the Indian government will make it compulsory for two-wheelers, cars, trucks and buses to update their vehicle with flexible fuel engines. As of now, it seems that only TVS has an ethanol bike. Wonder what the rest of the two-wheeler makers are doing. Then they complain that the government is creating hurdles for them. These petrol two-wheeler makers are going against a path that the government wants them to follow. Their aim is not aligned with the aim of the government of India, and that is a very dangerous situation to be in. So maybe it is a good time to sell petrol two-wheeler shares, right? Or maybe it is not. You will be the one to make the call. The links for all the data has been given in the description box below. Bye guys, thank you for watching. See you soon in another video.